Merhaba, this is the Prince of Macedon doing a commentary video for Napoleon Total War multiplayer. This is an Ottoman versus Great Britain battle. I command the Ottomans, and my opponent is Ricardo Rivera 007 in command of Great Britain. We'll look at my Ottoman army first. Here's my general unit. That is a Sahalter Guard. I got one of those guys, and then I have 5 squadrons of the Sipahi Cav. And that's all my army. I got 3 horses over here, and I got 3 horses on my other wing, right over here. My right wing is composed entirely of Sipahi Cav. Alright, so I'm going to bring my guys back a little bit. I'm going to induce my opponent to come off that hill over there. And I want to make him meet me in the middle of this map. And by the way, this is the Pyramids map, as you can see. And let's go look at the army of Great Britain, commanded by Ricardo Rivera 007. Over here, he has 2 squadrons of light dragoons. One's here, and then the one is up here. And for some reason this video is going to lag just a few times during the video, such as right now. It's kind of lagging. It's not too bad though. Okay, let's go look at the rest of his British army. Here is his general staff unit. That's where his general's at. Then he has a Highlander over here. And then he has 2 more Highlanders. And they are here and they are there. Yep, here and there. And then he has a howitzer right over here. I believe that's a 5-inch howitzer. So he's going to wait here. And honestly, I got tired of coming to attack all of these hill campers. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to outweight him. And I'm not going to make him attack me uphill, but I will make him meet me in the middle of the battlefield. So I'm going to stand my ground and let him come and meet me halfway. So this is my stronger wing of Cav, just because my Subaltern Guard is there. And here's a look at the British Army. They haven't moved yet. So they're just going to sit there and probably fantasize about the Duke of Wellington. And I'm going to sit over on my end too. But finally, over 10 minutes later, my opponent decided to move forward a little bit. So yeah, I got a little tired of attacking all these hill campers, so I'm going to make them meet me halfway in the middle of the battlefield. So he's going to move forward here. And my plan is basically to attack really fast so that I don't get too much artillery damage from his howitzer. Also to wipe out his cav, and also to attack his infantry in such a manner that I catch them out of the square formation. So that's my plan, is basically to launch a lightning blitz. It's going to be kind of hard though, because this is a very open map, and you can pretty much see any attack coming like a mile away. But still, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to catch at least 1 or 2 of his units out of formation, and at least catch his howitzers while they're still setting up. Alright, so he's advancing forward through this desert here. And I expect him to basically to stay out of range of my horse units, so that he can put his artillery to good use. But yeah, I'm going to stay out of range of his howitzer for now. And yeah, I'm still hopeful that I can catch his guys while they're unprepared. And that's why I split my army into 2 wings, and one to attack the front, or the side, and one to attack the other side. And by doing so, I have a better chance of achieving surprise. At least a lot more surprise than if I chose to launch a pure all-out attack from the front. Alright, so he's going to set up his howitzer right here, but I could already tell that that's well out of range. So I was pretty confident, like during the battle, that he would relimber his artillery and then move forward a little bit more. And yeah, I'm certainly not going to attack just yet. I'm going to wait. But I am moving these guys behind his army. It's going to be a slow walk here. I'm not going to run behind his army, because look how far it is. By the time I get over there, my guys will be tired. So I'm gonna save my charge for when it's effective. Alright, so he's still you can see he's still moving forward here. Or he's moving towards my right flank anyways, my right wing. And once he stops moving, that's gonna be a sign that he's setting up his artillery again. Alright, so he's keeping his horses behind his infantry, and that's something else that I'm looking out for. If I can catch his horses isolated from the rest of his army. Because it'll be a little bit harder fighting his horses and infantry at the same time. So I want to catch his horses without the infantry support. Alright, so he is pressing forward here. He is going to continue his march and hopefully blast my horsemen with his artillery. But I'm going to try to minimize how many rounds he can shoot off with his howitzer before I close the distance on him. And if you look on the mini-map, you can see, like, towards the middle of the mini-map, you can see my red dots right there. Those are my other horses getting behind his army. So at this point, my opponent probably knows something is going to happen soon. And when I saw his artillery stopping to set up again, that's when I decided to charge. So here are his howitzers. And you can still see I'm a little far off, and he already has his howitzers pointing at me. But it does take him a while to reload. And we're going to see how many shots he's able to get off before my horsemen get to his line. So there's one shot. It's actually two shots. But this is behind his army. So luckily I was able to isolate these horsemen from his Highlanders. Because one-on-one, I think my horses can take out those light dragoons and his general staff. So I wasn't too worried about this fight. But my worry is that his Highlanders will get into square. And if he did get into square, I would basically just pull out and then kill his artillery, and then just keep circling around the battlefield until his men get out of square. Otherwise, this would be a complete draw. That was my plan. But you can see I caught these guys out of square formation. And if you look in the very back, you can see some of his flags are blinking. Yeah, back there. Those are his light dragoons and his general staff. They are breaking under the pressure of my Ottoman cav. So now that I was able to knock those guys out of the battle, I'm going to turn my attention on his Highlanders. And at this range, I'm not worried about his, his howitzers. I'm more concerned about his Highlanders getting into square formation. So they are breaking here, and they're also breaking on the other wing. And so pretty much I was successful in this attack. But had he formed into a square, I would have basically just pulled out and just kept circling around until he felt compelled to move. And if he moved, then that's when I would have attacked. And that would have taken a lot of good timing. But pretty much that would have been a draw if he formed into a square, because I wouldn't attack a square. Anyways, that's the end of the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good game to my opponent, Ricardo.